Hey everybody, Punisher88 here, coming at you once again with another Thursday review. And today I'm reviewing Where Monsters Dwell, issue number 3. So, to those of you who watch my reviews, you guys know that I like to start with the cover first, so let's check it out. Now, right off the bat, yes, I like this cover. I don't love this cover, I like this cover. Let me explain. The reason why I like this cover is for the artwork. Same as with issue number 1 and number 2, I find the artwork here is bang on. Now, the reason why I don't love this cover, unlike with issue number 1 and number 2, I find this cover just doesn't have the, let's call it the OMG factor. Now, yes, I know we see Carl is tied up here and everything, but for me, looking at this, it doesn't make me go OMG. Now, issue number 1, we see Carl flying his biplane into a swarm of pterodactyls. OMG. Issue number 2, we see Carl and Clemmy hiding from a pack of T-Rexes. OMG. Here, no OMG. At least for me anyway. But, with all that being said, is this cover still good enough for me to say, from the cover alone, this book's already batting 1,000? Yeah, I think it is. But that's just the cover. Now it's time to get down to what I like to call the nitty-gritty. But before we do, I just want to take the time to mention to any new viewers out there or any new subscribers to my channel that if at any time during this review or any of my past reviews you notice that I look up and down at the camera quite a bit or it sounds like I'm reading to you guys, the reason for that is I keep my notes in front of me. Why? Well, there's a couple reasons. The first one being, with the notes, I find it helps the review flow a lot smoother. Compared to my early reviews, where I had no notes at all, they were kind of sloppy. Second, with the notes in front of me, let's say I'm reading part of the review and I get stuck. I can backtrack and then keep going. Without the notes, if I get stuck, you guys at home are stuck watching me stare off into space until I think of something to say. Not cool. And third, well, basically, memorizing text was never one of my strong suits, so therefore, the notes are actually a help aid. So if you guys are cool with that, awesome. We'll get through this review and we'll be on our merry way. Alrighty? So let's get to it. So, arrested by a clan of Amazonian-type women, Carl Kaufman and Clemmy Franklin Cox find themselves in a paradise of sorts, with each of them having plans for their new surroundings. Kaufman becomes obsessed with the idea that he could rule the place, simply because he's the only guy. Clemmy rightly laughs at the idea and the power dynamic between the two, which was already leaning in Clemmy's favor, and Kaufman's attitudes put him in a bad favor with the women who live there. Clemmy, on the other hand, finds herself enjoying the change of pace and learns a great deal about the women and their culture. It turns out that these women are descendants of the ancient Greeks, and so not nearly as primitive as one might assume. Kaufman, unimpressed, is trying to figure out a way to escape when Clemmy delivers the bad news. Escape from this island may be impossible. The stories from the tribe are all the same. Visitors from faraway lands encounter a violent storm and are unable to return. Garth Ennis's script really plays up the humor in the confrontational relationship between Clemmy and Carl. The issue really does earn that emboldened parental advisory warning. There we go. And all without relying expletives for its humor. Instead, Ennis relies on his wit, playing on both the assumptions of Carl and the readers as to how the scenarios will play out. However, relative to the prior issues, Where Monsters Dwell number 3 does feel like an extended detour that may have needed some trimming. While the issue is quite entertaining, it doesn't progress the plot of the series very far, and one is left wondering what the endgame of the title will be. Now, no matter where the series ends, it is guaranteed to look amazing. Russ Braun's character work throughout the miniseries has been a delight, and in a script that focuses on humor, Braun excels. Kaufman's reactions to his increasingly unfortunate position are spot on. For a book that features buxom women in fur bikinis, Braun does a great job of balancing that, cheesy imagery with an artistic focus on the women as people. Turn the page. Now, because the script keeps a narrow focus on Clemmy and Carl, most of the women in the village go through the issue without names or even lines of dialogue. But Braun counteracts this by rendering the women with more attention to their facial expression and musculature. Even when Clemmy sheds her normal attire, it's presented as an extension of her self-expression other than simply, pondering to the male gaze. Now, colorist Dono Sanchez Almera doesn't quite get as much to do this issue as in previous chapters. The majority of the issue is dedicated to close-ups of the characters, and Almera's flesh tones in the book are nicely done with good use of shadows on top of Russ Braun's line work. However, it's a bit disappointing that there aren't any creatures here for Almera to expand the color palette of the issue, unlike in issue 1 and 2. So, by focusing on the interactions between Carl and Clemmy as the power dynamic between the two changes, Where Monsters Dwell number 3 maintains the humor that has made the series a must-read. However, in taking this detour, the issue also stumbles a bit. It's one thing to not include any of the signature monsters, but the issue doesn't appear to progress the plot in any substantial way. While Garth Ennis and Russ Braun have crafted a fun series, they have a challenge ahead of them to close this title out in a well-paced manner. And from saying that, I'm sure you guys can guess that I haven't read issue number 4 yet, so please, no spoilers. So, with all that being said, I now have some pros and cons with this issue. They're actually equal instead of pros outweighing cons or whatnot. So my pros are, Garth Ennis' script is cracking with humor. And second, Russ Braun really shows off his character skills with this quieter issue. Now my cons. There are no monsters in this issue. And second, I'm just curious where this title is going for the last issue. But overall, if I had to give this book a score, I think I'd give it a solid 8.5. So, with all that being said, that brings us to the end of another Thursday comic review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give her a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. If I get a thumbs down, it just means I gotta work harder on pleasing you guys. That's right, folks. Also, if you enjoy reviews like this one, take a look around my channel. I got plenty of them. I mean, I do a new review every Thursday and every Saturday. Thursday being a current comic, and Saturday being one of either a back issue book, a hot topic book, or something that really just catches my eye. And to give you guys a little spoiler for this coming Saturday, the book I'm going to be reviewing is Batman issue 43. Why? Because it features the first appearance of this guy right here, Mr. Bloom. But that's all I'm saying about that. Also, if you're into unboxings, I do an unboxing every 2 months since I am a member of the Marvel Collector Corps. And if you're into backstories on lame comic book characters, I do a little segment every Wednesday. I pick a lame superhero from either the Golden, Silver, or Modern Age, or Bronze Age, whatever you want to call it. And I give you their first appearance, the creative team that created the character, so on and so forth. And also, while taking a look around, comment on anything. I love reading viewer comments. And make sure to like or dislike anything. Yes, I did say dislike, because let's face it, no one's perfect, right? And then before leaving, make sure to click that subscribe button. Alrighty? So, that's it for me today. I do have something planned for you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to be stopping by my local comic shop today. I'm not getting all my books, so I won't have a get your pull, but I'll have a little mini haul included into my Marvel Collector Corps unboxing for the month of August. Alrighty, so stay tuned for that, and till then, that's it for me. Alrighty, so till tomorrow, this is Punisher88 signing off. See ya.